All right, today we're going to talk about a war. But this isn't a war that lasts a few years or even a few decades. We're talking about a conflict that has been raging for over 100 million years, on a scale that is almost impossible to imagine. This is the World War of the Ants.
And no, this isn't some sci-fi movie. This is real, and it's happening all around us, right under our feet. From the deepest rainforests to the little cracks in the pavement you walk on every single day. But okay, before we can really dive into the battles, we have to understand who's fighting. And to do that, you need to grasp just how unbelievably successful ants are. I mean, they are, without a doubt, one of the most dominant forms of life on this planet. Let's just try to wrap our heads around that number for a second. 10,000 trillion. To put that in perspective, for every single human being alive right now, there are well over 1 million ants. The sheer number of them is just staggering. And it's not just about how many of them there are. It's about their weight, their mass. So imagine you could take all the land animals on Earth and put them on a giant cosmic scale. Well, ants alone would make up a full 20% of that total weight. It's just an incredible testament to how well they've done. So what's their secret? How did they get so dominant? Well, it's kind of like looking in a weird mirror for humanity. Their success comes from incredible collaboration. They build these massive, complex cities, they farm fungi, they even raise other insects as livestock. But just like us, a state of constant, brutal warfare is just woven into the very fabric of who they are. And that warfare brings us to our first major player in this global conflict, the army ant. And this isn't just one type of ant, It's a whole group of about 200 different species that are basically a living, breathing swarm designed for one thing: war. So the first thing you have to get about army ants is they're totally different. They don't build permanent nests. There's no fortress to go back to, no home base to defend. Instead, they are the home. They live this completely nomadic life. They are a constantly moving, living bivouac made of millions of their own bodies, all linked together. Their entire existence is just the march and the hunt. And that hunt, oh man, it is terrifyingly efficient. On their marches, some of these species form columns that can be 100 meters long, and the biggest hunting parties can kill and tear apart up to 500,000 animals in one day. Anything that can't run or fly away, insects, spiders, even small lizards, is just consumed. But here's the fascinating part. In individual army ants, honestly, it's not that impressive on its own. Their real power, their entire military doctrine, is just overwhelming force. They win by literally drowning their enemies in a tide of bodies before any real defense